ASI to resolve disputes like this?
I'd like to be even-handed here. The ASI is not an organization which can be condemned outright, and merely because it has acted like the devil's advocate, done a highly unprofessional, unscientific job under political pressure in this particular case, does not justify a blanket condemnation of the ASI or employing the ASI for a truly professional scientific investigation on a detached basis. So it is the end product of the ASI's archaeological excavation, the conclusions it has drawn in this particular case, that are to be questioned in my opinion, not the court's reference to archaeological excavation in principle.
Right. Now, Justice Grewal, where do we go from here? The Waqf board has already said that they are going to appeal against the Lucknow bench verdict.
Well, the whole thing will be reopened again, and this is not the final judgment. The Supreme Court might just overturn it and give the entire property to one party, or maybe even uphold it. We don't know. So, frankly, it's just status quo. It's nothing is going to happen in 2, 3, 4 years until the Supreme Court finds the time.
But I think this 3, 4 years time, whatever time is available to the political leadership of this country, to resolve this issue in some other manner also.
You think conciliation is still possible?
Conciliation is still possible, because you can have some Sarv Dharm building over there, some kind of people have been demanding. And if you do a survey in Ayodhya, as many journalists have gone and met large section of people, they don't want anything of this nature at all. They say there are 2,000 temples in Ayodhya, there are only 3 mosques, that's all. What exactly is the dispute? Babri Masjid or this masjid?
Mrs. Siddiqui, now conciliation, do you think conciliation is the way forward, and under the circumstances where the BJP, for example, is openly saying that they are very satisfied with its historic judgment, as they said?
Conciliation will be possible only when all the parties involved into this come forward with some give and take attitude. If one person thinks that like the statement is not the BJP's total statement, that it has vindicated our stand and now we should go in for construction, and Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad on television said that we should make a huge temple and Muslims should accept and give it to the place, that will not be the reconciliation. I agree with Mr. Kumar that obviously we need to make a common place where everyone has a right to go, and that common place is a national monument where people have
there is a few days ago, Mr. Siddiqui, we had a gentleman from the VHP with us, and while most other panelists seem to agree that there could be a national monument, he said there is no way they are going to accept it. So I am not sure if that's something which is going to be accepted.
Eking politics out of that.
Yes. So
how much money these VHP people have collected in the name of the temple, and where is that money gone? That's a valid question to ask. And if you look at the plight of the temples in Ayodhya, they should be ashamed of that.
Now, Justice Grewal, some of the issues that were to be debated, for example, or to be decided, for example, whether there was a mosque at the site or not. Now, I don't think, though, as we said before we started, that we haven't seen the detailed judgment. Do you think when this goes for appeal at to the Supreme Court, they could look into some of those issues?
Everything will be looked in afresh. The entire evidence, the entire all the documents, everything will be taken again, and it will be a re-hearing, frankly.
So it could take a lot of time?
Could I just add a footnote? This is the first appeal and the final appeal.
Okay.
Whether in civil law or in criminal law, at least one appeal is of the very essence of a civilized system of jurisprudence. It is a complete re-hearing on facts on law, though by re-hearing it does not mean evidence has to be adduced afresh, but the entire range of the case entire gamut of the case would be examined afresh.
Right. Now, Mr. Siddiqui, there is the issue of the law and order. Fortunately, as of now, there has been no untoward incident, and we hope and pray that there is nothing like that. But I just before we came into the discussion, I heard the UP Chief Minister Mayawati address a press conference, where she said that the onus of maintaining law and order in this particular case actually rests with the central government. Because they are the custodian of the site.
Not the onus of law and order, but the deciding, implementing the judgment is the responsibility. Law and order issue, she mentioned that we have demanded so much of force, and if it is not given, then the onus will lie on this. Now, what is needed by the state governments or by the central government is a clear directive to the police top bosses that this is what we need, that we want to maintain peace. And the police on its own have to collect information and intelligence. The mischievous element should not be allowed to disturb the case, and take the impartial, absolutely non-prejudiced approach to the whole problem.
Justice Grewal, now do you think Chief Minister Mayawati is trying to evade her own responsibility by saying that now the onus rests on the central government?
Well, onus is on the state government because law and order is a state subject. But the problem is only just begun. Now they will like to construct the temple.
Yes.
So they will have to have a committee, and they'll have to have members electing members to the committee. And they'll be the hardliners and they'll be the moderates. And you'll have a repeat of what we've seen in Punjab after 1921, the SGPC. SGPC got control of the Golden Temple and the Sikh Gurdwaras, and it built up into an extremist faction and a moderate faction, and you have these elections. So the entire purpose of worship will be lost, and you're looking at a great law and order problem within the Hindu community.
I think there are two issues there. One is, at least we have 3 months now. I think for 3 months, I think there's
status
no division going to take place. It's going to be status quo, and that's the time when people are going to appeal. And if some people do appeal, it could take a while before the Supreme Court finally decides on this. But I think the fortunate thing here is that at least the BJP has kind of,
Happy.
well, they're happy, but I think they've taken somewhat of a kind of a very responsible line as of now.
They're smug. Yeah.
Okay.
What Mr. Jain said, I don't see responsible line is going to come up, because they are now insisting on temple immediately. After 3 months, let's have a temple. And also ask the 1/3 shareholder, the Sunni Waqf board, to give up that share, and let's forget about all this. But I think when is the country's politics going to move out of all this?
That is the big question.
When are we going to be a mature democracy and we are concerned with basic socio-economic issues instead of small disputes here and small disputes there? I remember there is a dispute in Mandi Gobind about a Gurdwara. It's a quite money earning space, and the SGPC took it over and the government helped and the dispute ended. But still, some dispute is still there in the court.
Absolutely. Now, Govind, before I think we're running out of time, briefly tell me, what do you think has been the role of the media in the whole thing?
See,
media has carried on, this dispute has carried on for years now. The media's role after the demolition, before the demolition, after the demolition, all these years, and possibly what do you think should be the media's role after this?
I think media, if you forget the hype that was there today on television because of the judgment and everything, and last few days of delay in the judgment and all that, if you forget that, I think the media has played a positive role this time. Earlier in 92, if you look at the newspapers in Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra, see, one newspaper said 15,000 Hindus massacred. That was the headline, shrieking headline. Another paper said similar thing about Muslims, and the result was the kind of violence that
absolutely. I think we'll need the media to be extremely responsible. We also have Nuruzaman. Nuruzaman, your comment on the role of the media so far?
Actually, we have mainly 3 kind of papers playing a role in this whole thing. English newspapers, Hindi newspapers and Urdu newspapers. So English newspapers have been more or less playing a responsible role, but and not taking sides in most of the cases, accepting a few known papers which take a line. But Hindi and Urdu papers, they are going to do the same thing, because
they need to be more responsible. Anupam, what was your finding when you were dealing with this whole thing? How was the role of the media after the demolition?
After the demolition, well, that's part of one of the terms of reference.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a responsible role, though the hype is now part of media psychology and the media style and the media culture as it were. But the attack on the media was a very important part of the attack on the Babri
I
Masjid.
think like the lawyers, were too many of us around.
Quite true, quite true.
Justice Grewal, role of the media, your comment on that?
Media is supposed to inform the public, because everyone cannot be present in Ayodhya at that time. So there's a press reporter or a TV broadcaster who then tells the whole world what is happening. That's good. But then sometimes media adds its own comments and little twist, and that sometimes gets a little
Siddiqui.
tricky.
I think the media has been very responsible in this particular case, and I must commend them for keeping the people in the balance.
Well, good to hear all that. Now, I think as we were discussing, this is possibly one more step, and I think there is yet another step, which is the most important step, which is should this appeal go to the Supreme Court. But meanwhile, I think one hopes and prays that there is general wisdom that prevails all over, amity and wisdom. And as just Gariwal said, I think time is to move on and
Absolutely.
Yes, yes.
the whole world is looking at a growing power like India, and I think let's not get involved in these small.
If I was in the
petty
shoes of
cases.
the Sunni board, I would pick up some money from the others and sell the 1/3 share and move away and construct a nice mosque.
Then he might be killed by the Muslims.
But the hardliners, hardliners.
Yeah, I hope people who are listening to us also pay heed, and
But
there is
let us
more,
all pray for the peace.
Yes,
and,
absolutely. That's all we have for now. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us. Meanwhile, stay tuned to Day and Night News, and we come back tomorrow once again with another issue in Day and Night Prime. Thank you. Bye-bye.